Well, hello there. How are you doing? What are you doing? I feel like running my mouth. Ooh, shocker. Adrian wants to talk.
Blow me, I ain't the only, you so lonely, insecure, they don't control me. I ain't the only, press the hole and worship me.
Y'all already know my usual announcements when we start the video. Make sure you go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Just put up a podcast episode over there on Tuesday and it was a lot of fun. Thanks so much to the patrons that contributed. Also, make sure you're checking out my Avatar Adrian channel. I want to stress that a lot of nerdness going on over there. My latest video was just talking about how apparently news sources are confirming that we are getting this animated Zuko movie, Prince Zuko movie, I guess, Fire Lord, I guess at this time. But the Zuko movie is coming in 2026, so it's just me talking about that. Check out all my other videos over there. Like I said, links for all of that is in my description box. Let's get started. Real quick, we are highlighting a grade A asshole today. Collier Gwen, I think is how you pronounce his name. I have no idea. I really don't care. Apparently he owns an art gallery in San Francisco and this is what he was doing to somebody on the street that is fucking facing homelessness. Like, I mean, the lack of emotion in this man's face as he's like spraying this person with water, like, he went on the news talking about, oh my goodness, I can't believe that's me in the video, but I was just so fed up. This person has been there outside of my establishment for how many weeks or whatever. We call so many people to try and deal with them, so many authorities to try and help them, deal with them. And I just got fed up and I snapped. I'm just like, girl, I don't care what you're talking about. Unless somebody's like physically attacking you or something like that. You see what I'm saying? It just, I mean, you're just standing there spraying this person who's already on the sidewalk, who's already on the street with the hose. It's just, there's so many ways you could deal with this, and this to me was just not one of them, especially if he was talking about the fact that this person obviously is dealing with mental health issues. So it's like, I've seen a lot of asshole-ish things happen, but I just want to let everybody know let's not do that. How about we not do that? Okay? All right, so how about we talk about the Golden Globes really quickly and then we'll get on Gwen Stefani, because this anyway. So y'all already know how I feel about these award shows. I really do feel, and obviously y'all feel the same way because what did they say? Deadline said the Golden Globes returned to broadcast television this year, not with a bang, but with a whimper. NBC's Tuesday night telecast of the ceremony brought in just 6.3 million people. It marks the lowest audience ever for the Golden Globe ceremony. So yeah, y'all already know how I feel about award shows and y'all are obviously feeling the same because ain't nobody watching that shit. Especially when it comes to like black artists and actors, I'm just like, I understand how important it is, or minorities in general, y'all already know. I understand how important it is, like these career benchmarks, like these career standards and industry standards and awards. I just wish they weren't so, you know, important, but they are, especially when you're talking about people who are not a part of your culture, no shade, like trying to digest the art that comes from your culture, you see what I'm saying, or it comes from you as a black person, minority, whatever. It's just like, girl, you shouldn't even be worried too much about what they're saying, but whatever, y'all already know. I'm not gonna start preaching again. First of all, Gerard Carmichael was the host, and I just caught the highlights, like I said, just caught the stuff that happened on social media. Don't, like, girl, I did not watch the full show, like, come on out. But Gerard Carmichael, I saw his, I think it was his intro or like the very beginning of his, because he was hosting, like I said, and it was just hilarious how he was like just dragging the Golden Globes on diversity and stuff while in front of everybody. He just didn't pull no punches. He was funny. I want to show you this, just speeding right through the highlights. I want to show you this from Cheryl Lee Ralph.
You want to tell your 15-year-old self right now on this carpet, you're talking
to my 15-year-old self, there's nothing wrong with your nose. There is nothing wrong with the shade of your skin. There is nothing wrong with the way your hair grows out of your head. And there is certainly nothing wrong with your lips, because there will be some people called Kardashians and they will pay $10,000 for your lips. Hang in there, 15-year-old Cheryl Lee Ralph. You're good.
She said, girl, these Kardashians are gonna be over here trying to purchase your nose and your lips and your skin and your ass. So don't even be pressed about it. Don't even be too pressed about it. I cackled when I saw that. I know, I can only imagine. I didn't see a whole lot of comments. I can only imagine some people had an issue with it, but I'm just like, girl, did she lie? I mean, she didn't lie. She did not lie and y'all can stay mad, y'all can be mad. I'm just glad she put that message out there, like there is nothing wrong with your black ass skin and your white ass nose and your beautiful ass lips. Like I just love that for other people who are just like her to hear, right? Let's go down the list of some of the winners that I care about. Quinta Brunson wins Best Actress in a TV series, musical, or comedy for Abbott Elementary. Also, Tyler James Williams, my man, another man on my list, my husband, one of my husbands that y'all cannot touch. He also won for supporting role. Michelle Yeoh wins the Golden Globe for Best Actress. Of course, that is in Everything Everywhere, or for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm glad she won. Zendaya, I'm so glad she won as well. For Euphoria, Best TV Actress in a Drama Series. Angela Bassett won for Black Panther, and she is apparently the first MCU actress to do so, to win a Golden Globe. Marvel, I don't know what to tell you. Better hire actual actors. Just hire actual actors, and you will get your things. You'll get your things. And Angela Bassett stood up in that throne room and said, "I am queen of the most powerful country in the world, but my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?" She wrote that argument. Have I not given everything? Has she not given everything? Has Angela Bassett not given everything? She fucking has. She has, and I enjoyed that movie. Okay, so I thought this was cool. I saw this tweet. MJ Rodriguez made history last year as the first trans actress to win a Golden Globe, but the ceremony never happened. So I guess in the most recent Golden Globes, Ryan Murphy shouted her out and, you know, told her to stand up so that she could get her standing ovation. And I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Love that so much. We love MJ. She's extremely talented. And on top of that, Miss Mamas look so good. Miss Mamas look good. She looked good that night. She looked good. She just, she ate that. The face was beat down. Like, she looked good. That dress was, I mean, everything was Satan. I just live for it. I live for it. So I thought that moment was really cool. Another moment I thought was, this is a moment I thought was fucking hilarious, is that Millie was up there wasted with Emma Darcy. She was when House of the Dragon was accepting they shit up there, Millie was wasted. Girl, I wanna know if she remembered that night. Shit, that was funny. It was funny, but you know, congratulations to my people over there at House of the Dragon. You already know I'm obsessed with Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. Check out my other YouTube channel, Avatar Adrian, if you want to get some updates, because I review the show, I talk about all that shit, so yeah, get into it. Link in my description, y'all already know. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there were a whole bunch of other things that happened at the Golden Globes, but if you expect me to sit down and go through the whole entire thing, I'm not gonna do it, because most of the American population didn't do that shit. Only 6.3 million you hoes tune into that shit, so we moving on to the next. We're moving on to the next topic. I came to see my girls. I looked to see my girls win. My black woman, my girl, you know, my girls. I looked to see my people win. And that's it. I don't know what else to tell you. Love you so much. Let's move on to the next topic. Gwen Stefani, girl, they are on your ass. Okay, so I'm gonna read this section because I guess she did this interview, or she was talking to Allure magazine, right? They were just asking her about her career. I mean, if you're on social media now, if you're on Twitter now, you will, they reference Gwen Stefani's older stuff, and they be calling her the queen of appropriation. Like, the girls are not appropriating like they used to. Like, they be making a whole lot of jokes. And then because of that, and because like we have graduated to a new level of understanding within society, especially when we're talking about mainstream and appropriation, because of that, because of the jokes that were going on, I hoped that Gwen Stefani would look at all of that, look at what she did before, and be like, okay, well, yeah, I can see what y'all saying. I probably shouldn't have been doing the stuff that I was doing. But Gwen Stefani did not do that shit. She doubled down, okay? So I'm gonna read you this from Allure magazine. They were talking to her about this appropriation stuff, and specifically, I guess they start off talking about Harajuku Lovers, I think is her fragrance or something. Either way, this is what the author said in this particular segment of the article. It reads, "But I also included a question about what Gwen Stefani felt she may have learned from Harajuku Lovers, considering its praise, backlash, and everything in between. She responded by telling me a story she shared with the press before about her father's job at Yamaha. which had him traveling between their home in California and Japan for 18 years. This is what Gwen Stefani said. That was my Japanese influence, and that was a culture that was so rich with tradition, yet so futuristic, with so much attention to art and detail and discipline, and it was fascinating to me. She explained how her father would return with stories of street performers cosplaying as Elvis and stylish women with colorful hair. Then as an adult, she was able to travel to Harajuku to see them herself. And then Gwen Stefani continues by saying, I said, my God, I'm Japanese and I didn't know it. The author says, as those words seemed to hang in the air between us, Gwen continued. She said, I am, you know. She then explained that there is innocence to her relationship with Japanese culture, referring to herself as a superfan. She said, if people are going to criticize me for being a fan of something beautiful and sharing that, then I just think that doesn't feel right, she told me. I think it was a beautiful time of creativity, a time of the ping pong match between Harajuku culture and American culture. It should be okay to be inspired by other cultures, because if we're not allowed, then that's dividing people, right? If we didn't buy and sell and trade our cultures in, we wouldn't have so much beauty, you know. We learn from each other, we share from each other, we grow from each other. These rules are just dividing us more and more. I'm just like, girl, there is and I'm not going to sit up here and explain it like, bitch, it's 2023. There is a line between appreciating and valuing and celebrating culture versus like sitting up here and wearing that shit as a costume, appropriating it, you know, like I said, wearing it, putting it on when you want to, and then taking it off and going about your business as a whole entire white woman in this in this society, while other people don't have the option to take that shit off. It's one thing to be like, to highlight certain artists from a culture, like here are the movers and shakers in this particular culture. Let me promote them, let me give them a platform, let me elevate them, instead of like, hey girls, dance behind me as props, or I'm gonna wear your shit as a prop and move through the music industry and then take all that shit off and then still have the privilege of a white woman in this country. Like, it's just, what's not clicking, Gwen? What's not clicking? And it's so annoying, because I'm just like, if people are already on, like I said before, people were already online making a joke of it, like, you know, understanding that it was a different time, whatever. Like I said before, I was hoping that as the jokes were being made, Gwen would be like, okay, I could probably approach this shit in a different way than I did in the early 2000s, whatever, you know, and Gwen did not do that. So it's just, that shit was annoying, because I'm just like, this would have been a perfect time for a rebrand, Gwen. Like, you didn't have to do this shit. Why did you double down, girl? Why did you double down? So yeah, that shit annoyed me. Tell me what y'all think about that though. All right, so to wrap this video up, I'm not gonna show the video because I'm not sure about the copyright stuff, but 50 Cent was on some radio show, I forget who it was, and he was just like, I gotta apologize to Megan Thee Stallion. I'm sure 50 Cent was saying all types of crazy, wild shit. I don't even want to check to see what he said, because 50 Cent say wild shit already as it is, you know. I can only imagine what he was saying about Megan. So he was just like, I apologize to Megan, blah, blah, blah. When she was on, what was it, Gale or something? I felt like she lied about having been intimate with Tory Lanez. I feel like she lied, so I felt like she was lying about everything else. But once I heard the phone call, I felt like, oh well, no, Tory Lanez did that shit. Like, and I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, if y'all had just used your brains for 5 seconds, y'all would not be in this situation. I feel like all you have to do is look at Tory Lanez's past, like, history of violence, and look at what Megan's saying, look at the evidence, look at the fact that there were bullet fragments coming out her fucking foot. Like, it's just, all of y'all had the opportunity to use y'all brains, and it did not. It didn't happen. And you got Soulja Boy over here screaming.
Y'all niggas out here shooting bitches now, and ain't nobody saying nothing? I'm the only nigga in the whole rap game that's gonna say something? Okay, cool. Well, fuck you, Tory Lanez, you a bitch, nigga. Shooting bitches is a whole move, nigga. Go slide on the ops, pussy ass nigga.
And I'm just like, what are you talking about, Soulja Boy? What are you talking about? This man has a history of violent ass, like, Soulja Boy has a history of violence. And on top of that, y'all waited 2 years. It's just like, girl, just save it. You didn't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything, because at this point it gives very much PR stunt. It gives, I told y'all niggas, I told you, everybody shut up, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Next time you see somebody rampaging through the community and violent as hell, and someone else comes up, and a black woman especially comes up and say, hey, this person fucked me over, how about you use your brains next time so we won't have to hear this bullshit two years after the incident. Get out my face. Get out my face. That's all I want to say. All right, anyway, on that note, thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, please check out the links in my description for even more content. Love y'all so much, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.